Hey, level 22. Let's go.
What am I at right now? I'm at 22 as well. So when's the next expansion coming out?
Dude.
What?
Probably like April something.
That's not bad. What are you yelling? What are you yelling, dude, for?
Because this one came out yesterday, and you're like, alright, when's the next one?
I was just no. I was just asking.
I know.
Like I'm not like hating on it. Like I'm not saying this game's incomplete. I'm just like, okay, when's this? Because what I'm thinking is I'm like, so maybe April. I'm like, so did they plan this game being or this expansion being such a game changer that they don't add
Osiris
anything
Insane
till
to
April?
trial. If his followers can't survive here,
It's
they
just
aren't
that they've
worthy
only
to
got
begin
2
with.
expansions every year, so it's like, you know,
I know.
they gotta space them out.
You know what I mean. They could just be like Minecraft and they can add a new thing every fucking week.
I don't know that Minecraft does that.
I'm pretty sure Minecraft does that.
What the shit? Guys are popping in and
I
out of
kept on coming,
existence.
so my
This
gun
is
kept
some...
on. You should see me really quick. What's that? I got a legendary engramme. But
Ow. That was stupid.
yeah, but I truly think they fixed the vendors in this game, especially like Master Raoul. You can buy engrams from him, like in the first game. You can, instead of relying on RNG, you can just straight up buy like stuff you want from like Lord Shaxx and things like that. Lord Saladin, when he comes back, you're gonna be able to just straight up buy stuff, but it's obviously gonna be more. It's gonna be tokens and hero shards and glimmer.
I haven't checked out the vendors yet. I probably should.
I'm about to die. Ooh, wow, that was fun. That's another mission done without a cutscene, so kind of sad about it. Ooh, I kept on coming, so I couldn't keep them, and you should say that was really quite something.
It really is just a radio tower. And the Fallen got here first.
That's what faith in Osiris gets you.
Oh, we're going back to Mercury, finally. Okay. Is there a public event about to happen? Because I wanted to. Nope. So,
What?
I was trying to think real quick. Oh, I added some stuff to my raid design that I'm gonna send in.
You made a raid design?
I've told you this, I'm in the work of making a raid design, and kind of like a story to it.
I don't think you did tell me this.
Dude, I could have swore I told you this. Yeah, I think it's really good too. So my idea for it is I made one. It's for the Fallen. All right. Hang on. So it's for the Fallen because it's the only place it fits in. It takes place in the or in the Infinite Forest again. It takes place in the EDZ, and it's a big fucking castle, like medieval fucking castle. All right, you got it. Picture a big old castle. All right.
Okay.
Are you picturing it?
I'm picturing it.
I don't feel you picturing it.
Let me take
Prove
a
it to me you're
closer
picturing it.
look. This is heavily modified Vex tech.
I want to hear you
I've
think.
never seen anything like it
Oh,
before.
I don't want to think.
Let me try something.
Okay, it's good. All right, good enough. So it's a big castle on the EDZ, and you're working into a Fallen expansion where the Fallen have like they killed someone or something. Okay, something I haven't worked that out, but the Fallen did something, and we're going in to do the raid. Simple as that. Okay.
Okay.
So raid takes place in a big castle. So you spawn in, kind of like the Leviathan raid. You spawn in and you have to walk down a nice, like a nice big, like castle bridge or whatever, right? And then you get there and there's like a moat, and like instead of it's just a big old hole. So there's a moat, alright? And there's a
Okay.
drawbridge. What you have to do is you have to but the Fallen have like changed the drawbridge to like max like be like Fallenified, if that makes sense. Like, so they added there's like wires all over the drawbridge and everything, and the drawbridge can't come down. So what you have to do is it breaks off into two spaces, or it breaks off into two phases almost. So there's a drawbridge, right? If you can picture this, there's a drawbridge in the center. You go to the right, there's like a hole in this castle wall, and you go to the left, there's another hole in the castle wall. And so you have to split up into teams of two, and you have to go on the right side, and like one team goes on the right side, one team goes on the left side. You do whatever you want. And so what you have to do is you just have to fight like a miniature boss. It can be a servitor, it can be a big old captain, or whatever. And after that, you basically destroy like the fallen chains of the drawbridge, and then that brings down the drawbridge door, and then you're into the castle. All right, are you with me still?
I'm with you.
Does it sound good so far?
Sure.
I like made some sketches too, so I can bring those to school tomorrow and show you.
Okay.
So you go down you go through the castle, and you're in the castle, and there's like a panoramic cutscene of like this big castle courtyard. There's like a fountain. There's just a bunch of. It's like like the EDZ. The EDZ is like just a nice broken place. So it's like the castle's kind of slightly broken. So there's bricks everywhere, lying around. There's moss and everything like that. I'm just trying to paint a scene for you, Tyler. And so you go through the castle, and it's kind of like the Castellum. It's like it's just like this big open area, and there's a couple of enemies in there. It doesn't really matter. It's just basically a give me ammo phase. And so after that, you go into the big dining hall, but basically what you have to do is that there's an underground to this castle. Now there's a castle underground, and then the Fallen have dug in more underground this castle to make a big base or whatever. And so what it is I have a phase called the Four Spires, or the Three Spires. And so the castle contains, it's either, hang on, let me think. I've gone into detail. I do not have my notes with me whatsoever, so please forgive me for that. Okay, so it's either called the Four Spires or the Three Spires. But what happens is, you know how like on castles, if like a castle is basically a square, on each corner there's like a tall watchtower.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is that. Okay, now I remember. So it's called the Four Spires. So what happens is that three of the spires have like fallen like antennas in them or whatever, and what that does is that's creating a force field in front of a door to where you need to go. And so this phase, what you need to do is you and your team need to break up into 3 groups, so 2 people obviously, and you have to break all the antennas. All right, but there's a bunch of enemies there, so it's not as simple. You break all the antennas, and you go through the thing, and then in the fourth spire, the one that doesn't have an antenna, there's like a boss that holds the controls to the force field. You go to kill him to block the force field, and the force field's down, and you go into the next area. That is all I have so far.
Okay.
Osiris has to be here somewhere.
How many more areas are you gonna put in?
So I have an idea called the Great Hall, and it's gonna take place in like a big medieval Knights of the Round Table like dining area with like a big long table and it's a ginormous rectangular room. And like you have to there's gonna be another boss in there, and you have to do something to go into the next area or whatever. I was gonna do something with like you have to get a key, but like I didn't want to make it seem like I copied the Leviathan raid, so I tried to make it as different as possible.
Okay.
But I don't know. I thought it was a good idea.
Your presence here puts everything at risk.
Just like,
Well, guess
I mean,
what?
how cool would it be to see your
He
guardian
needs me.
running around a medieval castle? You know?
It'd be pretty cool. You might need to make it a bit more complex, though.
Well, yeah, obviously.
It's almost too late.
Like, I'll add a full disclaimer, like, listen, you guys can make some changes to this, but please keep the base idea, whatever. I'm doing it mostly for fun. Number one, for fun. Number two,
Something must have gone
I
wrong.
like don't have anything to do in study hall every once in a while, so I started this. And also there's a rumor that
Where's
someone,
the real Osiris?
like,
You cannot
some guy
go
on
to
YouTube
it.
actually, like, designed the
What?
King's Fall raid,
What
and
did
like,
you find?
he
What's so
submitted
bad
it,
that
and
could
then
scare
Destiny
Osiris?
2 used it. There's a big rumor going around
The
that a
infinite
YouTuber did it,
forest.
and so like I'm
One
just
size
trying to
prediction engine, simulating
be like that.
trillions of realities in parallel, all geared towards a single vexed purpose.
I found the golden Osirises.
What's that? Sorry.
Keep
I
going.
found the golden Osirises. I'm now in the infinite forest.
The Vex are simulating reality
Cool.
in here, brute forcing the future. And before you ask, everything in here is real enough to kill you.
There's like 8 different types of Vex in this game.
That's pretty neat.
They either look like Buzz Lightyear, they're like really like Space Odyssey 2009 looking asses.
Bro, this trace rifle's freaking amazing.
Yo, what is it called? Oh, it's a trace rifle. It's like is it the solar version of the Cold Heart, right?
Pretty much. It's the Prometheus glass or something? Prometheus lens. That's what it is.
That's pretty cool. Run! Oh Jesus Christ! There's like 800 fucking people here.
It's actually really good. I think it's probably better than the Cold Heart. No, it wants me. I'm so confused. I'm gonna go up here.
So what we're trying to do is when the raid comes out, me and Austin kind of want to do it like earlier,
Sometimes the
maybe over
forest
Christmas
blocks
break or like maybe a weekend before
Eliminate the
Christmas
demon
break. So would you
controlling
be
the local
interested in that?
simulation, and
Yeah.
the door should open.
Doing it with us? Cool. We don't want. I want to do it like before, like a month after the raid release, like we did with the Leviathan. Which don't get mad. I finished. It was just happened to be that Austin wanted to do a raid that day, and I just happened to have like 4 hours of free time. And so Austin was like, "Oh, do you want to play?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." So we did the raid. Sorry. I know I said I would do it with you, but I was like, I need to get this done.
I don't care.